Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana seems to be following through now. I mean, it broke below the A-wave low that we discussed today. That was really the catalyst to send it down lower. And I highlighted to you, pay attention to the $20 level. This is where we are now. And then below that level we certainly have here the descending trend line. Yeah, and then the $19.11 level, which is the 61.8 retracement. So it might now finally be following through. It looks quite impulsive on the way down, so that really suggests we could be dealing here with that third wave down, with the C wave down. We are looking at this move as an ending diagonal, as you know, basically the wave 5 being an ABC, because the entire C wave is to be considered an ending diagonal. So also the wave 5 consists of a 3-wave move, because in an ending diagonal, all the subwave structures are corrective. Now, while Bitcoin is finally trying to flush, Solana is following, yeah, as we said, as long as we stay within the wedge, another low is expected in a wave 5. If we get that one more low, which might sort of hit the $19 level, maybe a little lower, then we have a solid correction possibly complete. We may also see, let me go to the daily chart because we want to look at the indicators. We may finally see here a bit of an oversold reading on the daily RSI. Let's see. Well, there is still space though. There is still space, but we may get, looking at this, maybe it will give us a bit of a bullish divergence. But as you can see here on the daily, momentum to the downside, it avoided a bullish crossover. So yeah, downside momentum is increasing, not unexpected. On the 4-hour chart, we are not yet oversold, so there it still has space. Yeah, it still has space. And also here, another bearish crossover on the 4-hour MACD. So there is no sign that we are reversing. Also, the reaction to the 50% retracement wasn't massive, but of course, this is support here around the $20 level. It's also psychological support. Below that level, though, we have here the trend line of the wedge pattern, and then the $19 level, which is the 61.8 retracement. And as soon as we break out of the wedge, that would be a good signal that we have bottomed. I will already watch for a low whenever we have made the next one. So the next one could be the last low of this correction. You can see how we have contracting or reduction in volatility here on the way down. Typically that means volume is decreasing as well. I mean, let's take a look at the volume. I would need to look on the daily chart though. That should normally decrease. Yeah, it's pretty low. So as you can see here, getting lower and lower. And at some point we'll get a spike, and that could be the breakout spike. Nice bearish engulfing candle now on the daily. And I'm just looking now for it to follow through. Yeah, obviously it needs to flush below the $20 level to really follow through, to make that one more low. And all I want is really that it goes below the third wave low. So the minimum it would need to do is to go below $19.75. And then the overall forecast here was correct. Well, provided it will hold support at 1778, because this is really the key threshold. If you've been following my previous videos, you know that this is the pivot. Yeah, the 1778 level, a sustained break below that will make a third wave rally out of this current wave structure less likely. It will not invalidate it, but it will make it less likely. Well, the good news is that even if we break below 1778, we will have another bullish setup available where price can go down all the way to $12. So that's really the level against which we need to measure our risk, because the third wave can also start from $12. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we have two different scenarios. Either we have this 1-2 and then 1-2 setup, which is a bit more bullish, or we had an A wave down to the 10th of March low, a B wave up, basically a very high B wave, and now a C wave down, and that may go down below the 10th of March low, and then we're sort of getting into that region, well, all the way up down to $12. Doesn't mean it needs to go down to 12, but it means it can in that scenario. But at the moment, yeah, I think Solana is in trouble as long as we're holding 1778. Anyway, it isn't. And now we just need to be watching the $20 level, need to be watching for a possible breakout of the wedge. It can do it at any time, yeah. I said that in the last video as well, but at the moment it seems like it's following through and just following here the wave count, and it's gaining in momentum. You can nicely see that on the 4-hour chart actually. Looking at the candles here, very nice increase in momentum. Now slowing down a bit as it's hitting the 50% level, but that was expected. So let's see if we get to that trend line here of the wedge pattern later. Okay, that's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.